Hey guys, Mine here. So I was just looking at our meter. Now we put that in about 3 months ago now, and what that reads is, so you saw it was actually 6 numbers. Now the first 3, now remember it's 3-phased coming in, so it's actually 2 numbers but 3 times. So the first one is phase 1 voltage, phase 2 voltage, and phase 3 voltage. So you see it's all right around 277, perfectly good. Nothing spiking too high, nothing spiking too low. They're right there at that 277 mark. Perfect. Now, the second set of numbers, they were 657, 653, 655, or something like that. So those are the amperages of those phases. Now, keep in mind, this is the top 10 PDUs, so PDU plugins. Okay, so which is the top 10 spots on the shelf. That's A, that's the first number, middle number, and then C is the bottom 10 PDU slots. Okay, now keep in mind, that's for the entire container. So that's the top, middle, and bottom all the way down the shelf. And as you can see, I am within 5 amps for all 3 legs. So that was and is a conscious effort to nail it and be equal, to keep those numbers as equal as we can, which then means they can run as efficient as they possibly can, and also you're not burning up one phase or another and so forth. Okay, so we're just trying to keep all the wear and tear at an equal level. And also that's the reason why the PDUs are at the same level of number of ASICs on there. Because if I had this one PDU completely filled, and then had like 1 or 2, and then completely filled, then 1 or 2, well, these 2 ASICs that are loaded are going to be having a lot more wear and tear on them than the ones next to them. And we don't want that. That's not good. It's tough to keep, you want these to last as long as you can. If you're going to burn one up instantly, that's not what you want. You want to have them all kind of wear and tear slowly over time as you slowly fill up. And so that's the goal. That's the reason why I have spreadsheets. That's why the reason why you've seen all of these are spread out. Even when I had, 20, 30 ASICs, I still spread them out. I followed a system. I kept doing the system all the way from the beginning, and I'm still doing it. And as you can see, when I'm almost half filled, just shy of being half filled, I am within 5 amps of total power. So less than 1 ASIC is the difference between all of them. So that's about as good as you can get. You can't expect much more. So when we get closer to the end and we have 30 slots left, we're gonna put 1 or 2 ASICs on left for each PDU and so forth. Then I'm gonna actually narrow in, okay, this one uses more power. Okay, I'm gonna move these ones over because this PDU has too much power on it. Right now, I don't care what ASIC I'm putting on each PDU. I'm caring about the number of PDUs. When I get a little bit closer, I'm gonna actually narrow that number in a little bit more. But for now, it's just filling them up at an equal level. You're gonna end up being pretty close to the same all the way through. So, and I have a spreadsheet, like I said, that has all the wattage on there for the miners and what's on the shelves and so forth, and they're all very, very close. And so I want to keep what my numbers are showing just as a spreadsheet. What are we getting in real world? What's the meter showing? What's the power company? What's their meter showing? And just kind of making sure and double checking and make sure everything's on the same page, so we can, then have good estimates. We can then, make sure that these ASICs are running where they're supposed to, how they're supposed to, and then, I'm not burning anything up and keeping everything in good shape. So that's just all the little stuff that I do and my partner does to make sure we're on top of anything before problems start arising. Because if you don't keep track of anything, well, what happens if all the ASICs are in the middle? Because it's easier for me to load, but then that whole phase is loaded up compared to the bottom and the top. Well, that's not good. You're not gonna be as efficient. The power's not gonna be run as good. It's not a good thing. So you want to move them. So that was, like I said, a conscious effort since the beginning. So I thought that was pretty cool. That was something that's we've worked on. So I just wanted to kind of share that with you guys. Kind of keep something in mind. Something you don't always think about, but once you get to a farm or a hosting facility, this size or even bigger, way bigger, they keep track of that even more than I do. It's good to keep that stuff in mind, because it is cheaper to have all three phases or legs, or however it's broken. I'm not the electrician here. I'm just relaying the info. But it's cheaper to have all three to be exactly even, because your power will be more efficient. You know, it's just how it delivers. You know, I guess the way I think I was explained was, if you got 3 tubes of water and they're all the same, you know, the same diameter, and the same water's going through it, you know, it's gonna go smoother than having one big one and like 3 small ones or something like that. I think that's kind of the idea. But yeah, I just know it's gonna run better. That's the end game. That's the end thing that you need to remember, that having them equal, we're having everything, you know, be at the level we have now, it's the best way to do it. So I'm sure I could have explained that a little bit better, but you guys get the idea. So yeah, everything else is going good. I think right now it's 30 degrees out. This week is going to be pretty good. Next week's supposed to get pretty cold, like 0 for the low and stuff. Nothing crazy, nothing that we haven't already dealt with. But yeah, everything in here has been awesome. I had a little bit more of a quiet week this week, but everything in here has been great. It's running awesome. I'm really happy. It looks way different than it did a couple months ago. That's awesome. When you come in here and you see this many ASICs on the shelf, they're all running, it makes you feel good. That's a good feeling. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. Everyone checking out this video. If you're looking to get your ASIC hosted, send me an email. contact@iowamining.io. I'd love to just talk to you. We'll see what works for you. And yeah, hope you guys have a great week, great weekend, and we'll go from there. Thanks, guys.